Hey, how you doing? This is Tommy here from Trading with Harmony. So hope you're having a great week. So this week then we'll be going through all the trades that I was talking about last week and then for the predictions for this week coming. So talk. So the actual euro dollar then we can see here. So last week then we actually finished up here and I was talking about we're looking for a move down south. So that did happen in the daily. So let's go into the actual 4 hours. So last week then we finished here at this point here and I had my structural level up here, meaning that the longest price is underneath this structural level, then we're looking for sells. So then as price had finished there last week, it did come down close to our actually target. It didn't come quite right down to it. So again then, so I'm still looking for a price and quite possibly to actually come up into this regions here before we are still looking for a price to continue down south to hit our TP being the actual 1.1764 in the euro dollar. So the pound dollar then we can see here previously this we are in the actual weekly candles here, but actually previously 2 weeks ago we had a actually really big bearish candle, giving a indication that we are looking like for short term going to be moving down south for a period of time. So but the previous 2 weeks then it hasn't been going an awful lot since the previous 3 weeks ago. But so still there is some more room to the downside. So let's go into the actual daily. So we can see here then we're actually back into actually the actual support area. So these are all actually the actual previous actual support areas here. So we're in this crucial trading zone at the moment. So it's getting hard to break down through that. So let's go into the actual 4 hour. Last week then we finished here at this point and then it did come back up slightly, but then it came down close to our actual target, like it was only a few pips away actually. So again then I'm still looking for price to continue down south. So for this week then I'm looking for price quite possibly to come back up into these regions here before we'll see actually price continuing down south to our target being the actual 1.3718 in the pound dollar. So the dollar yen, then we can see here that we're at another significant high here at this point here. So this was actually this week. So we can see the previous significant highs that have been here across these regions here. So let's go into the actual daily. So in the daily we can see here with my ascending channel we have come up very close to the actual top part of it again. So and plus then it's actually we're looking for actually moves down south now, I would say, for this week down to these regions here. So let's go into the 4 hours. So last week then we actually finished here at this point here, and what I was talking about then, if we get a better risk reward, meaning that if price comes down into the actual regions here, which it did like I said last week, into the bottom part of our descending channel, I'll be looking for buys moving north, and it did. It came up and hit our target being the actual 111.20, and then it moved up slightly higher just up to the top part of our ascending channel. So and for this week coming then, what I'm looking for then is for price then to come down short term south, and so quite possibly we might get a bit more of a pullback and then come down and hit our new TP being the actual 110.70 in the dollar yen. So the dollar Canadian here, we can see here that actually last week actually we were actually down here at this point, and what I was talking about, we were looking for price to continue up actually north and to break our actually weekly resistance here. Let's go into the actual 4 hours. Last week then we finished here at this point, and what I was talking about then, we were looking for price to continue up north, but it couldn't seem to break our actually weekly actual resistance area here like the previous week. But so again then I'm looking for price then to continue up north. So if price comes back down into this actually support level here, being the actual 1.2260 area, and once it holds in this area, I'm still looking for price then to continue up north to hit our new TP, being the actual 1.2565 in the dollar Canadian. The euro yen. Here in the daily here, we had this actually pullback from the previous week, and again this week it did make a move down south slightly, and then coming back up here and testing the actual the highs of last week. So again, actually we're still looking for moves down south down to here. So let's go into the actual 4 hours. Last week then we finished here at this point in this actually trading zone that I was talking about, the actual 132.10. So it did actually try to make a move down down to this actually down further south, but it wasn't able to make it by coming back up here and retesting this trading zone again. So I'm still being biased, and we're looking for moves down south and to continue down to hit our actually target this week and beyond to our actually 130.28 in the euro yen. So the Ethereum then, so last week then we finished here at this point, and well actually this goes 24/7 actually, but last week we were here when we were talking about it, and then it did actually try to come down again. So we have like a triple here actual bottoms here, but it can't seem to break it here. And again then we have like a triple kind of tops here that is holding here in this actual structural zone here, the 2282 area, this zone here. So once it holds in these zones, I'm still looking for price then to continue down south. So for this week and beyond, I'm still looking for price then to hold in this area, and once it continues down to our TP being the actual 1435, that's where I'm looking at for in the Ethereum. So in gold here in the daily here, we've pretty much been going sideways again this week here in this actually sideways here. Plus you can see in past tense here, this is the actual really crucial area here where it's a lot of actually support and resistance has been playing out. So so let's go into the actual 4 hours. So again then actually last week then we finished here at this point. Now it did make a further move down south to our actual TP being the 1740 area before it got a nice kind of pullback into our structural area here being the actual 1800 area. So I'm still looking for the 1800 area to be hold, and once it holds then I'm still looking for price then to continue down south to our actual TP being the actual 1740 in gold. So in the US 30, the Dow Jones, and we can see here that actually it had breaking our actual rising wedge here a few weeks back. And so I was looking for moves down south, and it did hit our target here previous week, and I'm still looking for moves down south. But you can see here at the moment what we have here is like a actual triple top. So once this area holds, I'm still looking for price to continue down south. So let's go into the actual 4 hours. So okay then, so we can see here it's come back up into our trading zone, our sell zone area. being the actual 34,700 area. I wanted holes in this area, meaning that we don't have like a big kind of like engulfing candle here, like so, meaning that then we're still looking for price then to continue down south. So once it holds in this area, I'm still looking for prices to continue down south. So this week then, I'm still looking for price to continue down south to hit our TP area, being the actual 34,080 in the Dow US30. Hey, alright guys, so that's it then again for another week then, so hope you got some value out of that. Guys, don't forget to subscribe, leave your comments, and give the thumbs up, that'll be great to help me grow the channel. And I'll see you next week. God bless, thanks, bye bye.